45 Mike, runway 26 and 2603, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, runway 26, 45 Mike.
22.9. Kenwood traffic, cap line 604 over at the field, now 3,600 maneuvering Kenwood. See the airport.
Grandland traffic, hit fire sensing, left downwind for 18, Grandland.
Any airplanes flying down there?
Planes.
Alright, so you ready for some maneuvers?
Sure.
Alright. So what we're going to do is we're going to leave our power setting kind of right where we are. We're just going to use the energy of the plane to do our maneuvers.
Downwind, runway 30.
We'll turn some of this down. If it's too loud, you can always turn that down for you. That's the comm radio, so that's everything. Okay. Us, if I'm too loud or quiet, you can turn this knob down. So what we're going to do is, alright, we're going to set our heading bug here. I'm going to put this here as well. You ready? This is here. You can reference this, but what I want you to do is use our outside references still. So you see the white part of the nose, right? Okay. So what I want you to do is I want you to pick the nose up and put it right on the tip of the horizon, where the sky meets the ground.
Traffic, East Coast, around 2 canopies midfield. Do not overfly midfield at Greenwood.
Now, if we reference on the inside, that's about like 7 degrees, like 5 to 7 degrees is right somewhere around. What I want you to do is do a right turn. We're going right about north now. Let's go. We're going to let's do a right turn to east. First thing we're going to do, we're going to look outside, make sure we don't see any traffic. Nobody's in our way. We'll pick a point out there as well. So let's say, you see that like shiny building that looks like it's shining, a very small building right out there to the right?
Yep.
Let's go turn. We're going to turn it until we're facing that exactly. Just watch that nose up here as well. We want to keep that nose on the horizon as well. We want to be at that climb attitude.
Left right, turn right 34 on the grass.
Awesome job. Now let's do, what do we want to do? Let's do,
Traffic, 651.
Never seen that quarry down there.
45, down.
hey, you'll see a whole lot of stuff up here.
Water's green.
In the quarry, yeah. Let's do a left turn. Let's do a left turn 100 and, well, it's almost going to be like 360 degrees, but we'll aim towards the quarry. So left turn, and then we'll also descend. So if you want, you can pull the power back out a little bit, just a little bit. A little bit more, like a gradual reduction, we'll do about 18. That's perfect. Do a left turn, we'll be descending, and we'll go right back towards the quarry.
Timber River traffic, assistant trying to right down.
Well, you got a little bit of left rudder in there. If this is not underneath it, go whatever direction it is, we'll go towards it. If you want to pull the power out just another smidge like you did before. Awesome job.
Hey Matt, you on 9? Alright.
Awesome.
Yeah, Grandland traffic. Subfield,
Alright, so roll out here. Now what you do is we're going to pick a point right outside the window, right? So pick a point that we're aiming right at. What do you see?
Grass field.
Okay, the field right to the left of the lake there? Okay, perfect. Pick that field. Now what I want you to do is we're going to pull the power back, pull this until about, we'll do 14 inches, and we're going to maintain 3,000 feet here. Start pulling the nose up, and we're going to use trim. You can do the trim the other way as well, so go down with the trim, and that picks the nose up.
Unit traffic, Unit 1 is entering up 45 to left.
Up the other way, the other way.
Forward, Greenwood.
On the trim, go down with it. Down makes nose go up, up makes nose go down, if that makes sense. So keep, you see I'm holding a lot of pressure towards it, yeah, so keep going back. You can basically keep going back for a while. There you go, keep going.
Good
Go.
traffic,
There you go. So now let go, you can start to feel that now you don't have to really do anything, right? What we're going to do is we're going to kind of get into slow flight. So what I want you to do is keep your hand on the throttle and keep that back pressure in. We're going to climb back up to 3,000 feet. So add a little bit of throttle.
Scout average, 4 minutes to Scout average over Grand Lane.
Keep going in with it. You don't got to be too sensitive with it. You kind of want to be like stern almost. You know what I mean? Just kind of give it. Say give it a little throttle. Just give it like a good little nudge. You know what I mean? About a quarter inch to half an inch.
Traffic, unit 1, left base 24.
It is looking better. So let's pick that nose up a little bit. So now we're going to leave the power where it is and just pick the nose up. We want to go right back on the horizon with it. And what you could do is you could trim back, do like 4 balls worth down. Go right there. You should be able to let go. So you're still climbing very slowly, and we're in slow flight, so everything is kind of very slow, very lethargic, and everything like that. You've got to worry about huge changes, but we're basically working on slow flight with you, right? So you see how you're at 80 knots right now, climbing a little bit. What I want you to do is pitch the nose up because our pitch controls our airspeed.
Now crosswind for 24. I'll be entering midfield here. I've got the Cessna landing on the left side of me, and looks like a takeoff to the right.
What I want you to do is pitch that nose up so the pitch was controlling our airspeed, right? And power is controlling our altitude. So you already got enough power for the climb. We're going to pitch, and I want you to pitch up until you see about, we'll say 67. Then you can use the pitch to kind of variate the pitch up and down to maintain 67. Give yourself another little nudge of power. Perfect.
Okay, like traffic, Tiger is crosswind. I'm actually over the field right now, looking for a left downwind for 24.
Feels weird how much stuff you have to put in just to make the plane do a little bit, right?
Yeah.
What I want you to do is put the flaps, put 1 notch in, so right to that first indication on there. There, perfect. So now you're going to feel what that does to the plane. Maintain that 67, do whatever you have to do to maintain it. Now when you add those flaps, you got to keep the nose down to keep that same airspeed. That's why they help us with descents. See what happens now that you have flaps in. Flaps will add lift, but they'll also add drag, so we'll see what happens with the climb. Oh, we'll look outside, check for everything. We'll do a right turn back towards the lake over here. How's it going in the back over there? Looking good? Cool. You guys are high. You can always feel free to aim these towards you more or less as necessary. A little bit less bank. There you go. When you're in slow flight, you're going to try to use as little bank as possible, because if we had too much bank, what will happen is we have to, in order to hold our altitude, we have to increase our angle of attack. That will lead us to a stall. Perfect. Now here's an emphasis on trim. I'm going to stand by on the controls here, but what I want you to do is push the prop into full. Push the button in, yep. Now roll this, push it in all the way full. Perfect. And then slowly increase to full power. I'm going to maintain 67. I'm going to do a climb. We'll go up to 4,000 feet. Are we ready?
Downwind runway 30.
Yeah, just give it like a...
Traffic Cherokee 95 Whiskey, departure pattern to the southwest, South Albany.
Keep it coming in.
Premier Lake traffic, Skyhawk 978 Foxtrot Alpha, we're 5 miles north, setting up for left
Premier Lake traffic, I can just turn final here, 24. Champ 2215 Echo is departing to the southwest, Delfield.
So hold that 67. We'll do whatever you got to do to hold 67. You're going to want to do the other way. There you go.
Weather advisory 240. Visibility 10. Sky conditions clear. Temperature 24 Celsius. 2.11 Celsius. Altimeter 3007. Density altitude 300.
Cadet Wood Lake traffic, Capital 8604, approximately 5 miles southeast of Field 3600, maneuvering Cadet Wood Lake.
Be advised, parachutes 5,000 feet
Yep,
below,
keep that nose
5,000
coming
feet below, parachutes over Cranland.
Let's see how much difference it is, how much pitch up you have to maintain that on full power, right? There we go. Slowly let go of this really quick. Just slowly let go of the controls, right? Watch what happens. So we had it trimmed, right, for 67. So look what the plane does. I'm just going to add a little bit of right rudder in here.
A mile to the south.
We'll see how well your trim was.
Crosswind or right downwind, 29 per island.
Emphasis of trim and how stable the planes are, right? Watch what'll happen. We don't touch it. That's what I say. A lot of times, flying the airplane is about getting out of the way. We'll actually level them. We'll never pitch up all the way unless you have it trimmed. When you're trimming those, you're trimming an airspeed, realistically. Right? So you're trimming amount of pressure that maintains an airspeed depending on whatever power setting you're at. So if we're set for 67 level and you go full power, the plane is going to want to stabilize at 67, even in the climb. It's going to what we call like weave. You know, it's always going to be like never like 100 perfect, but you can see we're not pitching all the way up and stalling. But it is going to go back and forth, because we were set for 67. You can continue flying. Put your hand right back on the yoke. What I want you to do is we'll level off so you can push the nose down, trim as necessary.
Keep the flap on.
Look, you can actually retract them now. Go ahead and retract them now. We're right above the speed where we should be. You can pull that throttle back out to like 23 again.
Juliet Bravo, right downwind.
Around, another left turn this way real quick. Are you guys comfortable enough to do some steep turns? Good. How about you in the back? You good with steep turns? All right. So just let me know if anybody feels sick, but we'll kind of start to help you do some steep turns. We'll go from there. All right, so what I want you to do is we'll go straight right here for a quick sec. We'll align ourselves on north. We'll trim as
So trim up a little bit. Is on an extended downwind.
Push the yoke forward. Just get your nose level with the yoke first, and then trim the pressure so you don't have to push forward. Makes sense, you know what I mean? You always want to use your yoke as the primary instrument, or the primary control, not the trim. This is pretty close. This should be good right here. All right. And pull the power out to like 20, 25, 20.5.
20.5?
20.5, yep.
Coming up behind you, Rob. Alrighty, Greg.
Right there, yep. A little bit in. Right there.
Cranland traffic, be advised. Skydiver, parachute.
And whenever you reduce that power, you're probably use a little bit of back trim, just a little.
Yeah, 290's got him. Where are you, Matt?
All right. So we're right here. Good. I'll pull the power back a little bit.
Premier League traffic, 978 Foxtrot Alpha over Hilltop, entering left downwind from runway 24 for Premier Lake.
All right, let's head towards this lake over here. Now what's going to happen when we do this maneuver, we're going to roll into a bank box about 45 degrees, private pilot level. And then we're going to try to maintain our altitude in a 360 degree turn. We're going to try to roll out. The lake is going to be our point. We're going to try to roll back out right when we see the lake. We have to use a significant amount of back pressure to maintain altitude. And I'll kind of help you look at what to look at views of the plane. We're going to try that. Sound good? So here's our heading bug just for that. You want to do it to the left first or to the right first?
Let's go over it again.
So what we're going to do is we're going to turn. We're going to go basically about 45 degrees of bank, which is this line. Right? So we'll start with the left, right? Start to the left. As you come through about 30 degrees of bank, keep the nose kind of basically right on the horizon. The nose, on my side at least, will slice through the horizon at a specific point, basically right where these screws are. So it's going to be a little bit different for you. I'm not sure what you should see, but I'll tell you when you're right at the right pitch attitude, and then you can kind of use that as a reference of how the horizon's meeting the cowling, so you could use that to maintain the altitude. Sound good? But basically we're going to turn, do a 45-degree bank, 360-degree turn, and up back towards the lake. Sound
Rudder,
good?
right?
Rudder and elevator and a little bit of aileron as well. Good, and I'll be here kind of adjusting you as and helping you, give you tips. All right, whenever you're ready, if you want to start to the left, just smoothly enter it. There you go. And as you, keep it coming, and then just pick the nose up a little bit as you come through the 25 degrees. There you go. Add a little bit of left rudder in there. And more bank. And add a little bit more back pressure. More back pressure. Back more. More. Right about there. So that's what I'm looking at. I will verify. It looks pretty close to what I'm seeing out here. Add a little bit more back pressure. A bit of power. There we go. I'm going to help you step on the rudder here a little bit. There you go. Add a little bit more back pressure so that nose drop a little.
Green Lake traffic, Skyhawk 928 Foxtrot Alpha.
All right, and now we can do is slowly roll out and pitch the nose down a little bit. Perfect, not too shabby. Nice, man. How you doing back there? Good? Cool. All right, you ready to try it to the right? All right, so what you're going to do, I'm going to help you a little bit so you can kind of see what we're feeling. Here's a little trim. So let's go right. We're going to step on the road. No, keep on the controls. I'm just going to kind of help you a little bit so you can see how much pressure you're going to need. All right. Take the altitude. Here we go. 35. And we're going to back pressure it. Keeping that rudder in there. Right about here. And you can see right what I'm looking at with my pitch attitude outside, it conforms on the inside, right? A little slower, add a little power. A little more bank. And what we can do, we can actually trim. Now, keep it pulling back. Keep it pulling back. There you go. A little bit less. That's all you. We're going a little bit too steep. Let's go back a little bit left with the aileron and keep that back pressure in there. Keep the back pressure in there. Keep it coming.
Traffic,
now
5
let's
o'clock,
go and
same altitude, 0 miles.
That's us. What happens when we do a too tight of a turn, it loses our ADS-B and then it goes, and then it picks up basically the plane as another. There we go. Awesome. All right, I'm going to show you one really quick as well, just so you can kind of see and feel, just so you can look without touching and have to worry about everything, so you can see how you're supposed to feel during the turn. Right here, we'll go 20.5, looks good there. Check good left. If you look outside, you can just see that reference of what it should look like. That's how it should be, just maintaining altitude, maintaining that bank. Should hit our wake turbulence if we come out of it perfect. You'll feel like a little bump. So what we'll do is we'll roll out, push down.
See it now.
You know, perfect. All right, you have the aircraft? All right, do whatever way you want, left, right, whatever way. Which way are you going? All right, sounds good. That back pressure in, keep that rudder in there, good. A little more to the left, a bit more to the left, right there, perfect. All right, this is looking good. Looking good. You gotta fight those sensations on your body. It's telling you, oh, I'm turning too much. No, you're still turning perfect. A little bit less back pressure, not much. Should be perfect right there. We're coming around, looking good. Looking good. Yeah, man, roll us out. Awesome. You can roll us level now as well. All right, you can pull the power out, go a little bit out more. Right there should be fine, and you could, below the white arc, we could dump all flaps. So you're good with all the flaps in. All the way down.
All the way?
Nope. And if you want, look outside, look what that nose is doing. You're going up towards the sky, push the nose over just a little bit. Nose can come down a little bit more. There we go. Look at that speed. We're going to want to try to maintain about 55. Push that nose down more. There you go. There you go. Now you'll see, leave everything where it is for a second here, and pick that nose up just to capture that 55. You'll start to notice you might be right at a rate, maybe a little smidge of power, but you might be rate perfect right where you are. 55 and level. Pretty close to where you are right now. So maybe a smidge of power, a little bit in.
Yeah, Regi 5.
Try that. A little bit more of a smidge. More smidge. Let's go 18.5. There you go. Perfect.
CBSC ground and see what they want to do.
Lower that nose a little bit. Perfect. You can see I'm just going to show you something here. Look how ineffective the ailerons are. We could go full rotation almost with them. They don't turn us immediately. You know, we basically don't even turn yet. Awesome job. See, in slow flight, what our primary use is our rudder pedal. So turn, we'll usually use a little bit of rudder, stop the turn with the rudder, kind of keep the ailerons neutral, and that's it. Perfect. All right, let's recover out of this. We'll go full power. Keep those right where it is. We're going to lower, if anything, a little bit. Go all the way in. There you go. Lower that nose a little bit. Go one notch of flaps out. Oh, that's two. There you go. Maintain right where you are. Perfect. Pick that nose up just a slight bit. There you go. We just don't want to descend. We try to maintain the altitude we're at. Or you can come up with another notch of flaps. Just in one more notch. Right there. Perfect. Now we can start a little bit of a climb. You were good right where you were. And now you're good above the X. You can come up with the fly. Good job, man. So now what we're going to do is we'll hit, I'm going to push this here. The nearest button.
One.
Nearest, yeah. And then use the big knob. I'll take the controls so you don't have to do this for a quick sec. Big knob here, rotate it down to you see Danbury, which is DX. There you go, there we go. Yep. Now you're going to hit the direct 2, which is that button. And enter. NT. Enter again. Now what I want you to do is turn us to a heading that will kind of line us up with that. We're 23 miles.
80 at 7, clear.
What we got to do is we got to start listening to Danbury. We're going to start to get the traffic flow, kind of how many people in the pattern. We just start thinking about that, right? It's another thing we would have to get if we're going to come back and land. It's another thing. What do you think? There should be one more thing.
Need to call them.
There's something else. If you want, you can level us out right where we are. We're here too. Power, everything. Danbury is a pretty unique airport in the sense that the.
It's a tricky one.
What's that?
This is a tricky one.
Yeah, it's the glide slope is not your average 3 degrees, so you got to stay high and then you kind of swoop in.
I see a lot of people just dive bomb it.
Yeah. So what we're going to try to do is we're going to aim for the second runway stripe as our touchdown point. All right, above this lift, we go flaps 10. See, this is where we're going to trade airspeed for altitude. Lower altitude here, we're in the white arc, flaps coming full, and we dive bomb. It's weird, right? Full right rudder, a little left aileron. This is what we call slip. Forward slip in this scenario. A little bit less energy. All I'm doing is I'm taking away energy as necessary. We hit our point. We hit our point. It was a bouncy one, but we hit our point.
Cap 604, say parking location.
Go back to Reliant.
Roger, you can take a right off Reliant to via Alpha Romeo, cross runway 35.
All right, right via Alpha Romeo cross 35, cap flight 604.
All right,
Cap 604, you can just switch over to ground frequency, please. I see that he has somebody over at the ramp.
All right, Roger, over to ground.
Hold short runway 35.
8, then Alpha short of 35, 325.
Ruby ground, cap flight 604, just off runway 26, Alpha 3, the taxi Reliant.
604 Alpha Romeo, cross runway 35.
Alpha Romeo, cross runway 35, cap flight 604.
All right, so let's go. We're going to hit nearest. We're going to go to Danbury. Enter, enter. So this is our direction. Let's go. We're going to put our nose on this purple line going. You know what? Keep us straight right here for a second. We're going to listen to Danbury Tower and listen to the weather.
7. Runway 26 in use, driving aircraft expect, visual approach. Notice the Steerman hazardous weather information available.
Notice now we're going to descend down to like 3,000 feet.
Danbury self-service fuel not available. Runway localizer DME out of service. Taxiway Delta between runway 826. Approach on runway 35 closed. Taxiway Charlie between taxiway Charlie 2 and taxiway Delta closed. Taxiway Charlie between executive area ramp west access. And approach on runway 8 closed. Needs caution from main equipment bridge while left from the airport. Advice initial contact. Do you have information? Sierra.
Sierra.
Danbury Tower, this information.
Oh, a little bit back left.
Danbury Tower, cap flight 604, approximately 8 miles east of the field, 3,200, descending with Sierra full stop.
Cap 604, roger. Make straight in, runway 26, report a 4-mile final.
Straight in 26, report 4 miles, cap flight 604, thanks.
You go. You can keep flying. I just wanted to get that radio call in because we're getting close to the airspace.
3 fingers?
3 fingers, yeah.
Oh, we're
There
at
you
3,000.
go. Yeah, keep us, right here is okay. You don't have to be exactly at 3,000, but that was kind of the aiming point. I'll keep some speed up. Always have a safety-conscious mindset when flying, so whenever possible, carry extra airspeed, extra altitude, whatever you can, as much as possible. That's always the goal.
Yeah. So is autopilot on right now, or is it like purely us?
So if you want, see that open area? That's the airport. We're going to aim towards the airport. See all the way out there? It's like green and yellow. Aim towards that airport, towards that area. A right turn here. There we go.
Oh.
See it?
Oh, I see it now.
See it? Yeah.
I see it now.
It's weird. It seems like it's set below the ground, more or less, but it's because it's in a little valley there.
Hard to see airports.
Yeah.
Alright, so...
Hey, do you want to try to do a radio call as well?
Sure.
All right, so you can level us off. Let's aim towards the airport. She said report 4 miles away. All right, so what we're going to do is once we're on a 4, once it says like, less than 5 miles, basically 4.9, what you're going to say is Danbury Tower, cap flight 604, is 4 mile final, runway 26. Ready, Danbury. Tower, cap 604, 4 mile final, 6. Oh, see that? Read that to me really quick.
Danbury Tower, cap flight 604, 4 mile final, on runway 26.
Perfect. Say it one more time.
Second, I just want to try to...
I'll fly here. I'll fly from now on. I have the controls. And you can focus on the radio call. So say it to me one more time.
Danbury Tower, cap flight 604, on 4 mile final on runway 26.
26.
26.
Try not to say 26, 26.
6.
All right, one more time.
Do you mind if I borrow this? Or
Yeah, feel free.
without it? All right. Danbury Tower, cap flight 604, cap flight 604, 4 mile final on runway 26.
All right, now what I want you to do is press this button and say that right now. Do it, you got it.
Danbury Tower, cap
You have to
flight...
press the button and hold it while you say it.
Danbury Tower, cap flight 604, 4 mile final on runway 26. 26.
Cap flight 604, runway 26, wind 29007, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 26, cap 604. Press the button and say it if you can.
What was it?
604, did you copy?
Cap flight 604, clear to land 26.
She's fast with it. Sometimes they would give it to you slower. All we're doing is we're rebacking what she says. That's
Yeah.
did a great job.
Thank you.
All right, so we're going to forget about landing on a point. We're going to land as smooth as possible. Sound good, guys?
All right.
You guys can feel free to record whatever you want. I know some people like to record, show their friends. I don't know if you guys had your phones or whatever, but feel free to record.
Yeah, I recorded when I was in the backseat.
Oh, nice. Good. Yeah, I was gonna say I didn't really explain what we did last time, but you saw we were kind of flying sideways the last time.
Isn't
So
that called like a slipstream?
It's side slip. Yep, side slip, forward slip. It really depends which way the wind's coming from. In this scenario, it's just a forward slip. So what we're doing is we're literally just pointing the airplane in the other direction, which forces the wind, relative wind as we call it, to hit the side of the airplane to slow us down. So it just creates more drag on the airplane without having to like do extra stuff. What I always like to do at this airport, we'll stay like 100 knots until a really short final, which is basically above that first light pole that we see that's kind of like tall right in front of us. Once we're kind of near there, we go power idle, we start to bring in the flap. What happens is if we lost our engine right here, we would probably just make it to the airport.
So what does this airport use instead of poppy lights?
They don't have any on this, I don't think, on this runway. On the other runways, there might be some.
Cause those are really like cool.
Yeah. All right, here's our this. Flaps come 10. Flaps come full. And right rudder, left aileron.
You
look
do
really
this?
cool. Oh yeah, this is the way the cool guys come into the pattern, you know?
Oh.
It really just depends on the airport and the layout.
Oh.
All right, looks good there. Grab center line. There we are.
You guys use the term butter?
Sometimes.
Would you say that was butter?
Pretty close.